Good morning, it's Saturday morning. It's gonna be a hot one again today. So I'm out with the dog early trying to get some exercise for her because there she is. Little fuzzy creatures like that do not like the heat. Yeah, she likes the snow. I'm trying to get some exercise for her. I was gonna try and get her running, but I might still go, I don't know. I have the option today. I could either go to bar method or go for a run, and I don't know which way I should go. Should I be around people and maybe get sad, or should I do more intensive cardio? I slept pretty well last night. I can still feel the clench on my heart. I need to stay busy. You know, I need to keep finding redirects so I don't plummet and get depressed. Also, I think we have mosquitoes around here. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like I've been bitten. And that's weird, because this is Southern California. We don't do mosquitoes. I'm not gonna waste your time with a whole bunch of idle chatter today. I'm hopeful that it's a good day. And she goes away tomorrow for a week, so I don't assume I'll be dealing with her at all. But that'll be nice. In the interim, I'll work on how to get more divorce from her. And that's what I like about my therapist. She keeps reiterating things like that that are helpful. This isn't something you want. This isn't a situation you want to be in. This is definitely yucky. And those factors can make you feel bad. You don't want this. That's true, I don't want this. I don't want any of this. This is all crazy. The only way is through, so I'll keep going through this, I guess. I'm gonna go do the bar thing, and then I think maybe get boba tea afterwards, because I like boba. I will see you later. I have a story for you. Here's a problem with going to a gym where you're known as a couple. First off, class went okay today. I didn't get too sad, so yay. Walking out though, I saw two people that I've known for years, and I said, oh, hey, good morning. And they said, hey guys. And then they were like, oh, haha. Because it was weird that they said, hey guys, to me. And then as they passed me, I heard them say, I'm so used to seeing him and her together. Yeah, so am I. I am used to being married. So, fuck. Why did that one hurt? That's the problem. I'm not viewed as an individual. I'm viewed as part of a couple. We started here and we were dating, and then we got engaged, and then we got married, and we were newlyweds, and it was great. And I feel like now the whole cycle is complete. Now we're divorced. Maybe that is a vote for me needing to go somewhere else and work out there. But I like so many of the people here, and they're familiar faces, and I need the familiar. You know, I need to feel part of something, because I'm really lonely. Oh, man, sucks. And they didn't know, it was an accident. But it's funny, it hurt more than when my barn friend called me by his name the other day. I mean, that stung a little, but I heard a story about, I was talking to somebody yesterday and they told me a story about how when they were little, or when they were younger, their property burned because of fires. And, you know, they had a hose out to try and fend off the fires. And when all was said and done, you know, they'd lost a lot of things. It was bad, bad, bad. But when she saw the melted hose in the yard, that was like the trigger. That leveled her. And she cried. And it was the vision of the melted hose. And I think that's so interesting. Like, you can never predict what it's going to be that hits you. And people have told me that. You know, things you think are going to be bad for you might not be bad. And things you can't even imagine will be way harder than you think. Who would have thought? Hey guys. Would be the thing that sort of triggered me today. I'll bounce. I'll be okay. I'm gonna go get some boba. Figure out the day. It's so hot, I don't know what to do. Most people today are trying to escape the heat, and I'm trying to escape the house. So, whereas people will go to the beach or go to the movies or try and stay cool, I'm headed up to the barn where it's most assuredly gonna be hotter, but where I will feel better than I feel now. I just can't stay home all day and school. Hamilton. I talked to my therapist about this yesterday too, about not being able to go to school or not being comfortable at school. And my reason for not wanting to go to school is this. It's where a lot of the trauma of this breakup played out. She came home and broke up with me, and I had to go to work. You know, I had to go in and be as much of the person I am at school as I could be. You know, and I had to be present and informational and fun and interesting and attentive and on top of everything. And to try and be that person while your core person is dying. not to be dramatic, but there were some tough days there, and particularly the days before I started making these videos. Those were crushing days, and I still feel guilt for not being as good a teacher as I could have been for my students. And I know I'm not unique. Lots of teachers go through this. You know, I'm not the only teacher to ever have been broken up with or gotten divorced. But I take my job really seriously. I love my job. I love the kids I work with. I don't ever want to, do anything to not have my job, because I'm lucky. I'm lucky to have the job I have. I've worked a long time to be good enough to be good for these kids. People ask if you're okay, and even this morning at the end of Bar Method, one of my really good friends asked how my summer was going. And it's such a tricky thing, because what people want to hear is, oh, really good. It's a nice summer. But that's not true. No, so then on the fly, you have to sort of judge your relationship with the person, the tone of their voice, what it seems like they're asking, what do they want to know? Like, are they the type of person that really wants to know if you're not doing well? Do they want to be supportive, or are they just asking because it's social and because it's polite? I have stock answers that I use. If someone was like, oh, how you doing? I'm like, oh, as well as can be expected, or I'm rolling along, or, it's typically my answers involve something about movement. I'm moving along, I'm moving forward, I'm as good as can be expected. It's just something like that. I say a group of words that don't necessarily have a ton of meaning. So that's what it is. I try and give a vague enough answer so that it's not awkward, but also honest enough so that the person can tell I'm not perfect, and then if they care enough, they can follow up and ask more questions. I feel like that's the approach that serves both parties best. What I'm desperate to do is talk, of course, but sometimes people are just being nice. It is hot up here today. It is 94 degrees in the shade, and God forbid you go in the sun, it gets even worse. The air is moving only a little bit. Yeah, it's just really, really hot. But I still prefer to be here as opposed to in my house. So I'm just gonna hang around and read and just kind of feel the intensity of the situation. The sky's really dramatic. There's what look like thunderheads on the horizon, so maybe the weather will get interesting. I've literally been hanging out at the barn all day, and it's been fantastic. I got some reading done, I got some talking done. Nobody's here because it's hot as hell, so it's been really, really peaceful. I'm back to that feeling of like I should go home, but it doesn't matter. Nobody's waiting for me. It's too hot to take the dog out, so I'm just chilling here because I like it. I'm happy here. I feel safe. I'm excited because tomorrow I'm going to come up and lessons are canceled, but I still get to ride Vinny around just to work him out. So that feels like a win. I mean, I wish I could take a lesson, of course, but just to get to ride, amazing. I'm so excited. So I'll come up early tomorrow. I'll skip Bar Method and do that. I'm super excited. Yeah, it's hot and it's humid and it feels like New York. It feels like when I grew up, and it has a particular intensity to it that I don't mind. There's a little discomfort, but I don't feel this discomfort every day. So to sort of feel it today is okay. It is so peaceful here. Because it's so hot, nobody's out. There's maybe 4 of us here. And you can walk around and just be. It feels kind of like a monastery. It's very peaceful. It's very quiet. I'm very, very okay right now. So that's good. I will see you later. It was really hot. And I don't know why today, but I enjoyed the hotness. I enjoyed I'm not gonna say the discomfort, but it was out of the comfort zone. How about if we say it like that? I wasn't comfortable, but I was just trying to settle into that, to being okay with the heat and the discomfort. And not needing to run to AC to make it better, not needing to do anything, just sort of being present and being mindful in the situation I was in. And I think that's something I need to work on, is my life is unpleasant. No. My life is uncomfortable. The breakup hurts. It's not good. but I can't change it. I know that I can't change it. I'm powerless to affect change. It's headed in the direction it's going, and it's all an act of her will. All of that is true. There's nothing I can do at this point to stop it. I've tried everything I can try. So the exercise now is to settle into it, to know this is my life, to accept that this is my life, to accept that the pain is real and the discomfort is real and the betrayal I feel is real. And to have it not make me freak out, right? I get desperate. I get alone and I get desperate and freaked out. But what I perceive of as the solution to the problem, which is to get my relationship back, will never ever happen. I know that. So then what do? We have to accept it and I don't even think I need to accept it and move on. I just need to accept it right now. And be present in that, knowing that this really sucks. I know it sucks. But this is what it is right now. I just don't know why I can't keep the weight off. Oh yeah, I do. Salted caramel fudge. That's right, because it's so damn good. Anyway, I'm gonna go home now and walk the dog. I will see you later. I connected with one of my barn friends today whose husband just recently decided to divorce her. She actually got served this morning with papers. He left to go out and 12 minutes later somebody showed up and served her. So he must have left and told them, she's at the house, do it now, and they showed up. That sucked. Apparently he's being really mean and he's going after everything and, has been a grandparent to her grandkids and apparently they were doing really good and then all of a sudden it just stopped. So I guess the things I perceive of as weird in my relationship are not uncommon. People just change and people just stop and can be pretty flippin' awful to each other in the process. I'm not special in that regard. I secretly think I'm special. I do. So I feel bad for her, They were gonna move to Texas and buy a place and bring their horses. And they got back from a trip and he was like, yeah, all of that I don't want. I don't want Texas, I don't want you, I don't want your kids, I don't want the horses, I don't want your dogs. I guess that's kind of what my wife did. I don't want you, I don't want this life, I don't want the dog, I don't want the horse. I wanna have babies with this guy I just met. It's kind of weird. I don't quite understand the story, but apparently Nick's mom was at Dover Saddlery talking to somebody about buying a place, and very shortly thereafter one of his clients called him and was like, what, you're moving? So it definitely seems as if he's just gonna up and move his business without telling his clients. Seems really shady. It's not what I'd call a class act, you know what I mean? Wife stealer. Kid. That's him. Okay. I'm gonna try and do burritos tonight. Fingers crossed. I'll see ya.